When I was in the 5th grade, I lived in Japan, and I loved this program that the teacher used on us. It was called SRA, and it was reading packets. And we'd start with the first card, and it was a particular color, and we'd read the book behind it, and then we'd pass off the questions, and when we passed that test, we'd move on to the next card. And we'd pull out the next card, and we'd read the little booklet, and we'd write it down. And it was a reading program to help us to improve in our reading skills. Well, as I put this program together, and I have all the cards for each one of the 4 CD sets, and now this is 12 years later after the creation of the first CD called The Healer's Touch. These are now 4 CD sets, and this is The Healer's Touch, and this is the card that goes with it, telling which song and which oil, which doTERRA oil to use when you're doing the process. And the point of the process is that the client lays on the table, and we'll demonstrate that in a minute. The client lays on the table, and you let the oils and the music do the work. You are the compassionate witness. You are the one ministering the eye contact. If they open their eyes, you give them the eye contact that they need. You are the one ministering positive, gentle, nurturing touch. So this becomes a 5-sense experience through the guided visualization. That is for the sense of seeing. The sense of hearing is the music and the musical meditations, the vocals and the instrumentals, which are all included in your CD set. And then the sense of smell is using the oils, the doTERRA oils, or the blends that I have created for this work called Blessings and Blends, and I'll show those to you in a moment. And then the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of sight, which is the guided visualization, and then the sense of taste, which you can use chocolate for that. I really recommend chocolate. And so that is the process. Now there are several different processes because the next one is Divine Essence, and it has its own card. And each song is listed with the oil, the doTERRA oil that you use. It progresses on like that. Now, not everybody's starting on the same packet. Not everybody's starting on the same page. And so there are 12 of these. This is Awake My Soul. This is the card. What if Spencer needs to be in one packet and Mitzi needs to be in another? How would I know? How would I know? I haven't been there for their whole life, and I don't know all of their life's experiences. But everything is registered in your mind, in your subconscious mind, and through kinesiology, we can actually test the vibration of the CDs and the vibration of the oils, which I would like to demonstrate for you now. Mitzi tested for the Healer's Touch set, which is the 4 CD set, which I have described to you previously. With that comes a little card that states the name of the song and the oil that is used for that part of the process. There's 9 songs and 9 oils. The oils that I chose after researching were, and I'm so grateful to doTERRA for allowing me to do this because they actually gave me a SKU number. So if you want to order the doTERRA oils to go with your Healer's Touch set, you can call doTERRA and order SKU number 4901 or 4902. And 4901 is the 5 milliliter set, except for Terra Shield, which only comes in 15 milliliter. And the 4902 SKU number is for all 15 milliliter oils, except for Whisper, which only comes in the 5 milliliter. So the first oil that goes with the first song is frankincense. Frankincense is an oil that opens the crown chakra and begins the process of letting more light in, more spiritual light, more sweetness, more love, taking the body out of a place of guarded and protection and moving it into, I'm open to receiving what is about to happen. Serenity is the second oil, and it goes with the song Sense of Peace. And I love Serenity. I think we all do, those of us who are using doTERRA oils. It is a beautiful oil that just does carry us into a place of serenity. The next oil that goes with the song Magic Kisses is Ylang Ylang, and Ylang Ylang is for the heart. It's for many of the physical aspects of the heart, for lowering the blood pressure or raising the blood pressure, whatever the heart needs. For those who have tachycardia, oftentimes when we are going through abuse or sadness or sorrow, we will feel our heart palpitating, and Ylang Ylang is a wonderful oil to bring the sweetness back into a heart that's feeling hardened or upset or anxious. Elevation is another one of all of our favorites. It is a beautiful one, and the song that it goes with is Sorrow into Song, and I chose Elevation because it's elevating us from a place of sorrow or melancholy or anxiety or grief or just a slight mild depression into a higher vibration of happiness. Balance brings things into balance and helps to ground us when we are feeling doubt or fear or anxiety. It's a wonderful oil to put on the bottoms of the feet and to just help create that sense of stability and grounding. Tara Shield. Some people say, why did you put Tara Shield in your emotional clearing set when physically it's known as an insect repellent? But I happen to love the scent of Tara Shield because to me, when I breathe it in, I smell chocolate. I don't know what the rest of you are smelling, but I smell chocolate and I love it. And I chose this for the song Flaming Sword because in early Catholicism, they called the sternum the flaming sword. And this song represents the protection for a tender heart so that it can remain in its humble, vulnerable, loving state without having to harden itself to protect itself from this world. So the next oil is Citrus Bliss, and this is for pure love, the song called Pure Love. And the song starts out, what does heaven feel like to you? And for me, heaven feels like citrus orchards and beautiful scents. And I had that experience when I was doing a session on someone who was pregnant. And as I was giving her a massage, the sense that this baby that was on the way soon wanted citrus, wanted so much citrus that I gave her lemon oil and I gave her citrus all for a baby gift because this little spirit just seemed to be communicating, heaven feels like citrus to me. So that's why I chose that in honor of Emma. The next oil is Whisper, and the song is Forgiving Heart. And this is a song about getting into a state where we can actually hear those voices that are whispering to us words of forgiveness, words of comfort, words of consolation when we have been left hurting from a wounded relationship. And the last oil for the song Sweet Surrender is Purify, because as we purify those emotions that have been left lodging in our bodies, the residue of old pains and sadness and hurt and anxiety and those wounds that we just can't seem to cleanse, for me, the oil would be none other than Purify, to purify our hearts, to purify our minds, to purify our souls of those hidden, lingering, festering emotions that are just hard to drive out sometimes. So all of this is to access the limbic centers of the brain, which maintain the emotional centers of the brain. And I'd like to share with you for just one moment how powerful aromatherapy can be for doing that process.